Fitness isn't complicated, and that pisses off the entire industry. The fitness industry makes billions every year. Billions! And it keeps growing because people like you keep searching for shortcuts. The more confused you are, the more you buy. It's that simple. People actually want to believe it's complicated because, hey, if it's complicated, then their excuses sound valid, right? Oh, I can't get in shape because I don't know the secret formula yet. The truth is that fitness is really simple. It's always been simple. You've just been lied to so many times that simple sounds suspicious. And this video will prove it to you. Alright, let's break down the handful of things, just a handful, that actually matter. Things that take a few hours a week and can put you in the best shape of your life. First up, how many days should you lift? For 99% of people watching this, 3 to 4 days is all you need. Period. End of story. 4 is probably better when you're starting out because you get more practice, more reps under your belt, you're learning the movements. But as you get better, as you advance, doing less, but with more intensity, becomes the sweet spot. Most people don't need more workouts. They need better workouts. More intense workouts. When you train 3 or 4 days a week, your body actually has time to recover. And recovery, that's when you get stronger. That's when muscle gets built. Here's what actually builds muscle. Ready? Getting stronger in a moderate rep range. That's it. Not the pump. Even though the pump feels amazing, I get it. Not some pyramid bicep workout you found on a forum from 2003. Definitely not a shock the muscle routine from TikTok. And it's absolutely not a 2-hour arm day that leaves you unable to open a door. It's this. Looking at your incline dumbbell press, seeing that you started with 45 pounds for 7 reps, and now a year later, you're pressing 80s for 10 reps. That's muscle building. Let me repeat this because it matters. Getting stronger in a moderate rep range is why you build most muscle. This reminds me of when I was starting out. I used to do this thing called 21s with a training partner. We'd start with 7 reps of barbell curls, then pass it back and forth until we hit 21 reps total. Keep repeating until we couldn't move our arms anymore. Felt hardcore, right? Now I look back and just shake my head. Did it build some muscle? Maybe. Like maybe a tiny bit. But really, all it did was give us a pump and make us feel like we accomplished something when we actually wasted time. You don't need fancy tricks. You don't need tactics with cool names. We would have been way better off doing 2 to 3 sets of 6 reps on those barbell curls, adding a rep each week, and eventually adding weight when we hit the top of that rep range. Simple, boring, effective. If your lifts aren't going up, your physique isn't changing. It's that simple. This is why I push 3 to 4 days so hard. It allows a normal person to get stronger week after week. Because let's be real, you work a job. Your sleep is probably okay, but it's not perfect. You're stressed most days. You're not hitting your macros or calories exactly like you should. You're not drinking enough water. We'll get to that. Trying to train 6 days a week on top of all that chaos, you're gonna burn out. The other important things in your life are so out of alignment that your training suffers. That's why people stall. They get injured, they quit. 3 to 4 days fixes all of that. You recover, you progress, you stay consistent. You actually build strength week after week, and your physique changes because the training is finally working. Remember, most of you are just training to look good in normal clothes, maybe at the beach. Be strong and healthy for life. You're not trying to step on stage at the Olympia. So 3 to 4 days a week is sustainable and will still get you 99% of your gains. Next, walking 10,000 steps a day. I'm not gonna spend forever on this one, but walking handles more than people realize. It keeps you lean without destroying you. It helps with digestion, it reduces stress, and it improves recovery because it's low effort, low fatigue, just movement. Done consistently, this keeps you lean without complex cardio routines that make you wanna die. Now, eating a real food diet. If you watch my content, you know I sound like a broken record about this. 3 to 4 day training, real food diet, 3 to 4 day training, real food diet. But I repeat it because it works. Stick to whole foods. Meat, poultry, fruit, honey, potatoes, rice, maybe some vegetables. When you do this, you automatically control your calories without tracking obsessively. For most people, when you eat whole foods, you just automatically get lean. I'm not saying you can't overeat on whole foods, but most people feel full after 3 to 4 whole food meals. You avoid the constant hunger that comes from processed garbage. Now look, if you're really trying to dial in, get super lean, yeah, tracking might be beneficial. Next up, something that'll make 80% of you go, wait, what? Sunlight. What does sunlight have to do with getting jacked? Everything! Sunlight is basically your body's start button. When you get morning sunlight in your eyes, it tells your brain to turn on your energy, your focus, your muscle-building hormones. It sets up your sleep clock so you can actually recover at night. And that's when muscle growth happens. Most people stare at a screen, rush to work, sit inside under artificial lights all day, never actually see the sun. Their body never gets the signal to fully wake up. Energy stays low, mood stays flat, sleep gets worse, and I promise you, if you're trying to build muscle, that kills your progress. Sleep. 7 to 9 hours. This should be common sense, but common sense isn't common practice, is it? If your sleep is bad, everything else suffers. Strength, testosterone, fat loss, recovery, all of it. Good sleep is one of the most powerful performance enhancers you can give yourself, and it's free. What I do: set my thermostat to around 66 degrees, use blackout curtains, avoid my phone or blue light a few hours before bed. I also take magnesium glycinate before bed for deeper sleep. You can research that too. Hydration. Being even a little dehydrated ruins your strength, your pump, your energy. Most guys walk around tired for no reason other than they barely drink water. Easy formula. Take your body weight, cut it in half. That's how many ounces you need daily. You might find this whole time you were simply dehydrated. That's why your workouts were suffering. It wasn't your program. It wasn't your diet. You just weren't drinking enough water. Now, the most important one. Be consistent. Listen to me. You can do all the things I just laid out, but if you only last 2 weeks, nothing happens. You must be consistent for months, for years. It works. It's always worked. People only miss it because they're too busy looking for something more complicated, something sexier, something with a better marketing campaign. Stop overthinking this. Stop waiting for the perfect program. Stop searching for the secret supplement. The secret is, there is no secret. It's simple, it's boring, it's unsexy, and it absolutely works. Now go lift something heavy, drink some water, and stop making this harder than it needs to be. If you found this advice helpful, consider subscribing to the channel. Talk to you in the next one. Peace.